if you aren't where you want to be in life and you aren't doing the things that you want to do, you aren't on maybe the level that you want to be on, you haven't accomplished the things that you want to accomplish, you haven't been able to check off certain things on your list of goals, then it may not be the time to plan 10, 12, 15 vacations or outings or brunches or bar hops and things of that nature. It may not be the time for that. Like you can't do both. You can't say that you want to be Kanye, but at the same time you just want to party all the time and waste the time that you have been gifted with, because the time that we have is a gift. Blessings, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of the Will of the World podcast. I am your blessed and highly favored host, Justin Darrell Williams, and this is episode 6. Episode 6, and it feels like I haven't been in this seat in forever, like literally and figuratively. So, for those of you who hadn't seen, yes, I was solo for episode 5. However, that was a Will of the World Academy edition. That was along the lines of entrepreneurship, business, making extra money. For those who hadn't seen it, I was teaching you how to turn other people's content into your currency. And you don't even need any experience in the field or the industry or whatever. So, please, if you haven't watched it yet, please go check it out. You can literally learn how to make thousands of dollars extra per month in your life, in your pockets, like almost immediately. So please go take a look if you're interested in that. For those who did see it, I hope y'all got extreme value from it and have started to put some of those actionable items in place. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything else you would like for me to talk about specifically, please let me know. Contact me directly. Yes, directly, whether it's in the comments or DMs, my email. Like, I have my contact info available on Instagram. Y'all can hit me up anytime, because I really want to serve y'all. So y'all gotta let me know what y'all need. Um, but anyway, at any rate, episode 6, this particular episode, I entitled it Seeing Seasons. And I titled that because uh I had this thought earlier. And actually I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna pod about until maybe a few minutes before I hit record. I had some ideas, but it really, really uh, was made concrete right before I hit record. And the idea of seeing seasons is rooted in, I feel as though oftentimes we have internal battles with ourselves, internal struggle with ourselves. Because we aren't sure or even aware of what season we are in our lives. What does that mean? Um, just like the life that we live, just like the earth, right? We have spring, summer, fall, winter. Your life has seasons as well. We have a season of grinding. We have a season of relaxation. We have seasons of maybe more love that you're putting into the world than you normally would. We have seasons of even struggle. We have seasons of strife. We have seasons of trials and tribulations. We have seasons of peaks and we have seasons of valleys, right? So it's important to at least be aware mentally of what season you're actually in. Excuse me. And that way you could better prepare yourself and you will be better within the expectation of what you're doing, what you're receiving, and what you need to do moving forward. It's like if you don't know where you are, how can you know where you're going? So it's important to be able to see what season that you're in so you could move accordingly. You know, um and this is one of the reasons why I feel like lately this has been, I'm not going to say a trendy topic, but it's been a topic that I've even had conversations about a lot lately, and that's about this idea of a work life balance. I personally don't believe in a work life balance. I don't think it's possible. I think that when you're striving to do certain things and accomplish certain things, that there is no balance. I think you have to be fully committed, fully on go, and 1000% immersed into whatever you're trying to do. Now, of course, you have to take some time life's co- for life's commitments, right? And that could be maybe you have a spouse, maybe you have a spouse and kids, maybe you just have kids. Whatever the case may be, you have commitments in which you have to cater to. You have to nurture certain relationships. I get that. But it is unrealistic to believe that if you are 1000% devoted to whatever cause, purpose, career, business, etc., that you are looking to build on a certain level. And I'm not even going to say like a monetary level, I'm just going to say whatever goal and level you are aspiring to hit. It's unrealistic for you to feel as though you can give that its proper attention in order to gain that momentum, in order to grow, in order to scale, and also give your relationships like the equal amount. Something is going to suffer, something is going to have to be sacrificed. um and oftentimes, looking at those who have accomplished a lot and done things on an extremely high level, unfortunately, the relationships are the things that suffer. And they come back and mend and build the relationships later, but it's after they have gone 1000% in their pursuits of their passions, of their careers, the things that they feel like they have been put here to do, the fulfilling the assignment of their purpose, right? So I feel like there is no balance in that. The greats never have balance. And I think within that imbalance is you being in that season. You are in the season of getting to the bag. Like, not only just the money, but just, the bag could be your dream, your vision, your passion. Like, that could be the bag. It's all encompassing. But this is your season for that. Just like in the off season, you're getting prepared for the actual season. Like, it's a season where you specifically do certain things to prepare you for the next 6, 7, 8 months. It's the same thing in life outside of sports. I oftentimes use sports references because one, it's what I know. And then two, it applies to life on so many levels. Like, there are so many sports references and examples that you could apply in your life that will help you instantly. And this is one of those things. Um, you have seasons. So it's important to know what season that you're in. So if you aren't where you want to be in life and you aren't doing the things that you want to do, you aren't on maybe the level that you want to be on, you haven't accomplished the things that you want to accomplish, you haven't been able to check off certain things on your list of goals, then it may not be the time to plan 10, 12, 15 vacations or outings or brunches or bar hops and things of that nature. It may not be the time for that. Like you can't do both. You can't say that you want to be Kanye, but at the same time you just want to party all the time and waste the time that you have been gifted with, because the time that we have is a gift, literally a gift. So it's important for you to know that, okay, maybe right now I am in my season to get to it. And later on, just like in real life, it's spring and then later on summer comes. Later on, I will be in my season of enjoying the fruits of my labor, right? Partying. I'm not even just saying like partying hard, but just going out and having a good time, or partying if you so choose. But what I'm saying is you can't do both. If you want to go to a certain level, you just can't do both, because something is gonna suffer. And oftentimes it's gonna be your dreams, it's gonna be your pursuit, it's gonna be your vision that suffers from you wanting to have a balance. And I think the unfortunate part of it is the toll that it takes on you, or the toll that it can take on you, is what may make you feel as though you really need a balance to keep your sanity. Like, I get it. I get it. It's a real thing. The pursuit of your dreams, the pursuit of accomplishing and making your dreams a reality and bringing your vision into real life, and manifesting everything that you have in your mind. It's it's a grueling road, it's a lonely road, it's an uncomfortable road. So I get why you would want something that takes you out of that state, even for a second, even for 5 seconds. uh or But then it turns into 10 days, it turns into 30 days, and then you look up, it's a year later, and you're like, I had this idea, I had this thing that I wanted to do, I had this whole business plan, but here I am a year later, and I'm not much further along than when I was when I jotted down the idea. And it's because of you wanting this balance. Um, and let me say this. This isn't for everybody, right? It's some people can have a work-life balance. Um, so this conversation may not be for you, but I feel as though if you are looking to do something greater than yourself, if you are looking to build something from scratch, if you are looking to invent something, and I'm not even talking about just like a light bulb, but you can invent a program, you can invent a new curriculum, you can invent a new way of doing things that may change the world, or it may change something locally, but it will change a life or lives, right? Either immediately or in the future. If you're looking to do anything like that, is going to require you to dive in deeply. And I have not seen where someone is able to do both. Like it can't be summer and winter at the same time. It's impossible. It's impossible. Um, and it brings me to this. this idea as well that I was thinking about earlier. Not only is it important to know what season you are in, it's also important to know that the people around you most likely aren't going to be in the same season as you. So, this is important because oftentimes you could look at where your friends are and either be encouraged or discouraged. You can either be encouraged because maybe your friends are in a better situation than you are. Maybe they've been in the season that you're in right now, right? Maybe you're aspiring to get to the level that they are in, and you salute them, and it's inspiring to see them do what they're doing. Or you can look at them and compare, and you can say to yourself, man, like why can't I do that? Or why am I not there? Why am I not doing the things that they're doing? Why am I not able to go here or do this? Why am I not able to bring in X amount of dollars like they do? Why am I not, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Compare, compare, compare. Killing your joy, killing your gratefulness. Uh, Never do that. Never do that, because one, you may think you know what that person is going through in order to get there, but you, one, never know. You may have an idea, but you never truly know. And then two, everybody's journey is unique, and everybody's journey, their journey is in a different space, a different place than yours. You can't compare the person who may have been walking 3 miles already before you took your first step. Oftentimes we compare the end results to where we are right now. You like you would one never you would never win, you would never be happy, and you will never be satisfied with your progress if you're always comparing to the person next to you, or the person 50 feet from you, or the person that you follow on Instagram. Like you will never be able to win in that situation, because everybody's journey is different, and everybody is in a different place. And it's not even about head starts or anything like that. It's just about everybody's life is unique, and you can't expect for your life to turn out exactly like someone else's, even if you are doing the same thing. Run your own race. Pay attention to where you are. Pay attention to the things that you need to do. Pay attention to what season you are in and move accordingly. That's the most important thing, because what they're doing doesn't matter. What they are doing doesn't affect your life. Their journey does not affect your journey. Keep that in mind. Like, keep that in the front of your mind, because I know in today's world, it's extremely easy to do because we see it all day. Social media is nothing but a highlight reel. So you're comparing your real life to highlight reels. like like think about that. Like going back to sports. I told you I make a lot of sports analogies. Think about watching just a game through and through with all the misses, all the stats, the 2 for 9s, the missed layups, the missed free throws, etc. But then you watch my highlight tape. I'm not gonna have any misses in my highlight tape. I'm gonna be dunking in my highlight tape. I might not even show you a three that I hit that touched the rim. And here you are comparing your full game tape to my highlight tape. in which I cut out all the bad stuff. I cut out the blown layup. I cut out the missed assignment on defense. I cut out the fact that we lost. You're comparing that to your life and where you are, and you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, and you're doing your future self a disservice as well, because you'll never be able to reach your pinnacle because you won't feel as though you're worthy because you aren't there yet. You aren't in the place that you feel like you should be, and that is strictly based upon where someone else is. You will never be able to win like that. Never. So run your race. Literally, run your race. See what season you're in and act and move accordingly. Do the things that you need to do according to your season in order to either stay in that season, increase and become more fruitful in that season. So for example, you can have a season of extreme momentum where you're just killing, like booking job after job, checks after checks, all these things, all the things that you have been dreaming of. You've built that momentum, and now you're just killing it. You're in that season of fruitfulness, that season of abundance. So you could be aware of that, and even within that, it's not just about like, oh, I'm in a season of abundance, like this is amazing. Oh, even take note of that and say, okay, what am I doing? What is happening right now that's different from the other seasons? And if it's something that you can actually pinpoint and something that you can actually make a note of and rinse and repeat, by all means, please do it. But this goes back to being able to be aware and seeing the season that you're in and being mindful of what's going on. Because if you're not, then it would be harder for you to continue that season because you're just moving as if it's happenstance. But if you're able to see the season and be aware and be mindful of what's happening and be able to take account and take note and rinse and repeat, that season will last much longer than it would if you're just like floating and just receiving and floating. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. And then on the opposite end, if you are in a season of trial and tribulation, if you are in a valley season, then be aware of that as well, and be mindful of that as well, and take account and say, okay, what happened for me to get here, and then what do I need to do to get myself out? Because the difference between these types of seasons and earth and nature's seasons is earthly seasons pass with a specific amount of time, but you can have control over how long your season lasts. Your season can last 30 days or your season can last a lifetime. Either way, on the peak or the valley, it could go either way based on your mindfulness and you being aware and you seeing your season.